Alright, good evening. Unstable Creature here, and I'm about to come off the line with the presser. I know a lot of you guys are probably watching the game that's going on for Thursday night, but we did have Guenther, Olson, and Parker take the stand, so that's where I'm going to take my stand. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to be coming off the line with Paul Guenther first. And of course, before anybody can even get any questions off, he's already describing how things are going to go and what they're already working on. So he also spoke up on the foundation and spring, spoke up on the foundation, spring being that foundation, 2 games and, going into the preseason, the regular season. Sorry, preseason. And D still having to learn and the progress of them getting it in, tweaking each week, depending on how things are going, how healthy the players are, and so forth and etc. Key in on matchups week by week, because also depending on the health and the structure, that has been a challenge for them that they also can give a thumbs up to, because they guys have been playing so well and doing good. He spoke up on David Arnett being back and adding more to the fire that we already have going on, which is always good, because it's good to see us just clicking. That's what we all waiting on. We all waiting for this to fit like a glove, fit like a puzzle piece, the right piece. We're all waiting on it. So David Arnett back in the game. And then he spoke up on the challenging and everybody manning up to their players and being able to stick to their man and overcoming their man as far as winning your matchup, because like he said, we can exercise and do so much in practice, but when it comes to these other teams and our opponents, we should be able to do more damage. So like I said, I'm all up on Gruden. I'm all up on Gunther's side. So, seeing how he always describe everything, come out and be just direct with it. It's like it ain't no hidden agenda, it's no hidden factor and all of that. Other than that last question that was posed to him, because I think when he spoke up on the everybody just manning up and sticking to their man and being able to win that matchup, and that being a challenge, being able to identify who's the matchup in each game with each of the player. So they asked him a question about Herbert and Jonathan Abram, and of course we all know everything we can possibly know, the history behind Jonathan Abram. So he went further into details about Herbert and just being an expert, even though he's new in being an expert and playing on a high level. And then that's good. And of course, they always trying to figure out what's his stance and how he figured to conquer or to go into the next game with his defensive plan, and he didn't give it to him, which is good. He just simply tell them like, hey, we tweaking each week, we have players in, we have players out, we do have these plans in mark, and we just been a real, I don't see how you can hate the man or dislike the man or just call out our defense. Because when you think about our defense, if you call out our defense and think about the players, we have bomb ass players. You watch them on the field, you see how everybody trying to identify stuff. Now, even if like when I watched the last game and you see they held them to the 6 points and we jumped in like, when I say like everybody just kicked into the last or the next gear when it came into the fourth quarter, it was like just too much. Jordan was a beast. Like, he's always everywhere. It's like when I see all of them, like, I'm just glad that the momentum never ends no matter what. It is a good push and a positive push and a positive high to be on. On to the next. No. So now on to Greg Olson. Okay, Greg Olson is just ready. He don't have to. He just want to hear what you finna swing at him. So, and of course, bring on to Brandon Parker opened up with that, and he let them know that he stays on top, he stay ready, and he just is a good asset to have, and to hold. How about that? Okay, they asked him about the crowd, and every time they ask somebody about this crowd question, it's always going to be the same. They can hear, the communication is clear, the communication is better. Okay, that's always a plus, but stop taking from us. Boom. Not for real. It's always a plus, but stop taking from us. Hey. Okay, yeah. Okay, it helps with the hearing and the communication. They also asked him what's more pleasantly surprising about the offense, and he said the most pleasantly surprising thing about the offense is just all around and being able to shuffle and move the players all around. He also spoke about the growth of the second year players, stepping up, Foster, stepping up out of an injury. That's that's always a plus. And I'm glad that, we all are still ready to not just put our body, but our mind, spirit, everything on the line and just keep on pushing forward in a positive form and fashion. I got it out. Not for real. Okay, and of course, with him ending that, he ended his presser speaking about the Charger and just moving on, watching what they can to be able to correct and preparing themselves for that, and who could be the best matchup in that. So, and then he was out for the count. Then last but not least, we do have Brandon Parker. Brandon Parker at every, I don't even know why this is so amusing to everybody, but at everybody's amusement, they just have to ask, him the question about him eating, and I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, shit, if you thought that you was going to be doing something else and you was called in, of course your day will go on, or of course you would try to get in what you have to when you can. So, yeah, it was amused by him eating breakfast prior to the call of being thrust into the game, which he said, yes, that's what he was doing, which I don't see why that's just amusing. That's just a man ready for his call of duty. Okay? Okay. And instead of talking more about, how well he played, which, he felt he played well because he looked back on the film and he felt like he played well, but instead of playing well, he spoke more about the corrections and certain areas that, specifically what he needed to change or should have done better, and using that to pretty much better to move forward with, not just with the Chargers, but as time progressed with any of these enemies. Okay, let me start acting so silly. Okay, and then reference his first year to now, which is his third year, being, just keep him grounded and stay as a reminder to be humble. Right? That's what he said. Use that as a grounder, reminder, be humble. Okay. Then, of course, they asked him about Trent Brown because ain't nobody finna leave that presser without answering no questions about Trent Brown. Okay? So, a question was asked to the Trent Brown, and of course, as they should, all love, all respect, and he knows, okay, Trent Brown has been a huge helping factor and support, and not just him, but the development of the all the guys in and around him. So that's always a plus. You know what I mean? It's good to see everybody mind, mentality, and attitude to just not just like move forward for yourself, but move forward for everybody. And I feel like that is just like, is this over the top, and it's just key in and just add to what we already bring in. As far as like with this new team and just the foundation, you got to think about the foundation that they are building and standing on now. I mean, we're watching beauty develop right before our eyes, because if you look at all this, You look at this train that we on right now, we're moving forward with it. Okay, and I think that's what he left off on the development of the man's and Trent Brown being a whole or a key part to all of that. Okay, good lesson. And with that being said, and if you are not too tired of me, I am finna like kick out another video because I did not do my presser 2 yesterday, and then I did not do a video that I did want to do, which is a practice video, because yesterday was Wednesday, which is a practice day for the reader. So that's what I wanted to try to get out, and if I can, I'm still going to do it. No, so with that being said, I'll stay with feature out, and you guys have a blessed night. Okay, all right.